Okay, so today I'm going to be telling you folks all about our support bar, the Bounty support bar. Here you see it's attached to the neon without the nice covering. I just did this one quickly, but just to give you an idea, if you got a neon, here you go. It's a support bar for your neon. We got it for the deluxe and we got it for the spring. This video specifically is going to be focused on the spring, but I'm going to show you all the parts and bits that you find in the box. So let's get to it. So what you're going to find in the box when it arrives are two components, right? So you're going to find that in your box. So do you want to step a little bit closer, Kiara? Okay, so in the box you're going to find two masts, right? You're going to find an insert that may be on this side or the other side. Now this insert, I just want to warn you folks, this insert is very, very strong, but it tends to be brittle. So if you're going to drop it or when it's in here and this thing falls down, it can break. We do have spare parts, so that's not a problem. But when it comes in the box, it's going to be these parts. Okay? I'm going to show you the little parts, the bolts and the nuts now in the second that comes as part of it. But I want to show you is that will be like that in the box. You take it out, you unwrap it, and then you put that part into that part. And then you swing it a bit in that motion, right? And in that motion, it's going to get closer and closer together in the middle. And don't worry if it's still a little bit loose in the middle, that's okay. And then what you do, you're going to move the soft, luxurious feel, like Lisa says, the soft, luxurious feeling cover, handle cover. So in a morning that's cold like this morning, look at this. Very cold in Johannesburg. But this feels amazing. This feels ice cold. But this feels amazing, right? And for aesthetics, and it does make it look pretty, you just tie the ends. So the inner, remember this is a cover that sits on top of the inner. We're just going to do that. And we're going to do that. And there you go. So now you've got the basis of your support bar to attach to the rebounder. Now, the one I have in my hand is the one that fits the larger rebounders, the deluxe, both the deluxe and the pro and the neon. This is the support bar. I'm just showing you the components relative to this. Now I'm going to actually show you the rest of the components in the box. So now this is about attaching it to the spring. So if you want to come closer again, Kiara, I want to show what's in the box. So you've got your two masts that I've already attached. I've got the cover over. You've got two screws. You've got two hinges. And you've got two wing nuts. That's going to go on the ends. I'm going to show you this in a second. Now, when you get this in the box, you're going to be wondering, okay, like how do I know which one's which? Very simple. Let me show you. This is how it attaches to the spring. So it attaches, each hinge at the bottom attaches to the outside of the spring. Okay? Like that. So you just hold it up and you take a look and go, okay, so if it attaches that way, so if you come closer, Kiara, I want to actually show this really, so it's important. So look at that. Okay? That's the hinge formation over there. There's the spring rebounder's legs. I'm bringing it, one is on the outside and one is on the inside of one of the legs, right? So you can go all the way around the rebounder. If you choose the legs that you want, I'm doing it in parallel to the Bounty logo. And then once it's like that, you can either have someone holding it for you, or when you're up there, you take a look at then which hinge. So you'll see here at the bottom. So if you want to zoom in there, you'll actually see a little hinge protrusion. And that will tell you which hinge fits the side. So obviously it's this hinge, the other hinge won't, because this will wrap around the leg. So I'm going to insert it there. So again, let me show you that again. This is this part over there. And you're taking that hinge and you are settling it down onto that protrusion, and then you're bringing it around. And this is where you want to focus on making sure it's around the leg, not the foot. So be careful. Don't let the leg, the hinge go over the rubber foot, because then it has difficulty clamping together to actually fasten. So I'm going to just move this up a bit above the leg. Show you guys this in a second. Look, the hinge has come loose, so I'll just put that up. You probably want someone to help you just to hold the overall thing. So then there, you just flick that through. Okay, that's your first hinge, and you can wing nut it that way, or you can wing nut it the other way. Okay, so what I mean by that is you then go put the wing nut on, or whatever you're comfortable. You're left-handed, you can do it the other way. And there, I'm flinging the wing nut down, and there I'm tightening it now to the leg, right? Just want to make sure you've got it in proportion with the other side. Holding that side, there. Now it's nice and tight to that leg. I'm now going to move to the other leg because that one's in already, and I'm going to notice, okay, well, wait a minute. That mustn't sit on the rubber foot at the bottom. I'm going to put the hinge down there. Perfect. And then I'm gonna put the screw, which will just flick through. Don't expect the screw to flick through, to screw through. You're just flicking it through, and the wing nut's gonna be holding everything in place. If I can just find, there we go. Okay, flick that over. And tight. Okay, you want to make that as tight as you possibly can, freehand. Okay, and we now have our support bar attached to our spring. So again, with this support bar, what we have done, and a lot of people will notice this is a support bar. It's not a T-bar. The T-bar that we have, the other product that we have, the Bounty T-bar, that's a different product. That product you can lean on. This product is not a product that you lean on. It's a support bar. It's there to give you peripheral support, not something that you lean on. So when you get on the rebounder, you'll find that there's a bit of a play. And the reason there's a bit of a play, if we don't do that, and you have the ability to push, it'll actually lift up the rebounder. So imagine you're jumping and you're pushing, and if it's too sturdy, it will actually lift the rebounder either that way or to the side. So it does have a little bit of a play because it is there simply for support. And off and away you go. There, your support bar's there. I'm a tall guy, I'm 6'3". It's a great support bar. You want to be holding on it like that. If you're a little bit shorter, perfect support bar. There, that's the MO for attaching your support bar to your spring rebounder. But remember again, let me repeat. When you get it in the box, it's those two pieces, you're clipping them in, step 1. You're putting the cover over. Step 2, centering that cover on the top, fastening the end so you ensure the inner doesn't come out. Please ensure the kids stay away from that inner. It's a very fragile inner, soft and luxurious feel. The reason we covered it is because it can break, it can tear, but the cover will ensure that that doesn't happen. So you've centered it in the middle, you bring your support bar over to your rebounder, you hold it, try to get someone else to help you if it's a little bit difficult. You then attach one leg, make sure you understand the other side. The selection of the hinge is relative to how you've attached it onto your spring rebounder. And then you select that particular hinge, put the hinge on, put the screw through, wing nut goes through, and boom, you do the other side and off and away. Very easy, very simple. And yeah, very proud of this little support bar. So enjoy it.